Good morning, everybody. It is the first installment of Monday Mornings with Mike. I got my coffee here. Hello, Facebook Live. You just came on board. The lighting's a little different in here because it's still a little dark out. The sun is coming up over the mountains here in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado. So good morning to everybody. Hope you have your coffee. When Karen and I decided that we wanted to kind of go and do some more real videos talking about inspirational stuff as well as health and wellness, all tying it pretty much all together. I said I'd love to do a segment Monday mornings that are just kind of inspirational, something that maybe it will tie in with health and wellness. It certainly will tie in with health and wellness because it's going to be somewhat inspirational. So emotionally, hopefully it'll maybe pick you up. And I wanted to do it on Monday mornings because Monday mornings are traditionally that time where we feel a little down. Most people are heading into work. It's the first day of the work week, and there's that little lull, of the work to come for the week. So hopefully you guys find this helpful, informative, and maybe even a little inspirational. This first one first segment I wanted to go over what does it mean to do something with heart? About a week ago, I was at the Buena Vista girls basketball game, and it went into double overtime, and they won. It was great. The crowd was all into it. The girls did a fantastic job, and I just basically said, you know what? I turned to the guy next to me, one of the parents of the players, and I said, man, they really played with a lot of heart. And I got back home that evening and I thought about that statement. What does it mean to play with heart? Or what does it mean to do something with heart? And we often think of the emotional center of our being as our heart, and they played with an intensity, with energy for a short period of time. It was like they all gelled together for those 2 overtime quarters. That all of their energy went towards playing well and taking the things that they've learned and putting them into action. And it all came together, and they did it with great energy. They did it with really good focus, and they did it as a team. And so I think that's what it means. It's that emotional center of ourselves, and it is expending all the things that we learn and doing it with persistence and doing it well and together. And so how do we do that in our everyday lives? And the one thing I thought of, I thought of my wife, because my wife is an amazing entrepreneur. And you find this in many entrepreneurs and many business, like small business people, is that they have this amazing heart. They have this drive, this persistence. Sometimes in the business world, they call it grit. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm grinding it out. But I think grinding it out really has kind of negative connotations. I like grit or heart, I like grit because it's persistence, energy and focus, but it's also learning from your mistakes. I got that from a guy by the name of Bob Heilig. He's a great motivational speaker, but grit is that idea of persistence through pain thanks, Steve. Good to see you this morning. Persistence through pain, but pain for a good cause, whatever that might be. I don't know, is it on a basketball court or in your job or in your business, whatever it is, that grit is persistence, but also learning from your mistakes and implementing the changes you need to do after you've learned from those mistakes. And so grit. And I think almost all entrepreneurs have that same grit. Successful entrepreneurs, they push through the pain and they push through the hard times and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Heart. That is the one thing I wanted to hit on today, was that idea that are you doing everything in this week to come, or are you doing everything in your job with heart or grit? And if not, why not? You know, what's the reason behind just going to work to just go to work? Do you have that persistence and that drive to do it with excellence, whatever it might be? And maybe it's because you don't have a passion for what you're doing, and that's really sad. But what I would encourage you to do is find those nuggets in your job, even if it's a dull job and you're not liking it. Find those nuggets in your job to do with grit and persistence and passion and heart. Do it for those things. Maybe it's something small. Maybe it's only 10% of your job. But do your job with grit, passion, heart, and persistence for that 10%. And you'll find yourself liking your job more. And you'll find yourself feeling really good about the day's work that you put in. And if it's only 10% of your job that you like, you got to go out and you got to find something. Start something. Start something that you are passionate about, that you can put 100% into, 100% of your heart into, that you can take that grit and push through, you know? Find something, whether maybe it's woodworking. Maybe you love to woodwork, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's knitting. I have no idea. But take that and make it a business. Do it at 6, 7 o'clock at night, but do it with heart and persistence and grit, and turn it into something. Because you will find that when you do that, the world will open up to you. The world of possibilities. Think about it. Think about if you're doing woodworking and you're doing it with passion and grit and persistence, and think about that first time that you sell that one piece. That one piece, maybe it's a piece of just a small piece of furniture or whatever it might be. Think about that one piece that you sell. Think about how you're going to feel inside. You pushed through and you did something with passion and heart and persistence, and you got paid for it. How amazing is that? And in the interim time, when you're going off to work, like this morning, heading off to work, Karen's going to be heading off to work, do it with heart. Do it with passion, persistence, and do it with excellence. And at the end of the day, when you come home, you are going to look back at the day and you're going to think, you know what? I did it, and I did it with everything that I had. I did whatever it might be, and you're gonna feel good about that. And so that's my advice for Monday. Do whatever you're going to do today. Do it with heart, and do it with passion, persistence, and do it with excellence. So I hope you guys found that valuable, and I hope that you can take a little bit of that, maybe a small nugget of that, take it into the this work week, and then come back with me next Monday, 6:30 in the morning. We'll have something else that's inspirational. I think we'll do something on health and wellness next week. But do whatever you're going to do: passion, persistence, heart, and excellence. Have a great day.